Now we're up to the part where we're really going to get an idea how to put these car seats in. I went through it as a parent. It's not the easiest thing to do correctly.
No, and it can be something that you worry about. I know even babysitting kids and nannying kids when I was younger in college, it was tough. It was stressful. You want to make sure that car seat was in correctly. So Julia Phelps with Safe Kids Cape Fear, you're going to teach us how to make sure we know the right tips and don't make those common mistakes. So what's first?
The first thing we want to do is take out our owner's manual and read the owner's manual. There is no substitute for that. The second thing we want to do is make sure we check the labels and making sure that that seat is appropriate for the child. Checking the weight and the height for that child to determine if that's an appropriate seat. Then we would like to buckle that seat in, lock it in, and to lock that into the vehicle to make sure that seat's not going anywhere, you're going to pull your seatbelt all the way out.
So you hear that kind of that clicking noise? Okay.
Nice and slow. Don't jerk it, and then you're going to feed that back in. What that does is it locks the seatbelt so that that seat's not going anywhere. Checking at the belt path, if that doesn't move more than an inch side to side, is going to be how we determine that's secure enough.
Okay.
All right. We also want to make sure that we double check that angle indicator, especially on rear facing seats. That's crucial for how that seat's going to react in an accident and how it's going to move. So making sure that's in the appropriate spot for the child as well.
And that's all in the manual. It tells you where it all needs to be.
Exactly. That's all in the manual, and a lot of it's going to also be on your labels here on the side. It's going to have directions for rear facing, directions for forward facing. So making sure we follow the correct directions for the correct direction in the vehicle is important.
And then, so I know we've talked about not overly doing it because you have got the headrest strap if you switch it around.
Right, so when we turn this forward facing, car seats now have a top tether. This top tether we always want to use when it's available in the vehicle for forward facing. That's always indicated by a little symbol here, a little man in a seat with an anchor symbol. That's going to generally be found on the top kind of dashboard on the back behind the headrests or behind the vehicle seat itself.
And that's just as easy as popping it up and then clicking it
just clipping it right on in.
And you said one big mistake that can also, potentially kind of counteract the car seat safety is the harnesses. That's something we really need to look at.
Right. So the second step is once you get your seat actually installed into the vehicle securely, now you want to make sure that your child is also installed securely in the seat. We want to make sure that the straps are in the correct placement. That's also going to be in your owner's manual. At or below for rear facing, at or above for forward facing. There is a rhyme or reason to that, so we want to make sure we follow that rule. And we want to make sure that we can't pinch any extra slack in the harness once it's installed and secured on the child. So making sure that's nice and snug, and I mean snug, on the child so that they're not going to go anywhere if there is an accident.
So I know one of the common mistakes we always talk about when it's cold outside is taking off their coat first. So you want to make sure it's nice and snug. Now that it's warm outside, you want to watch the metal clicks.
Yeah. Watch the metal clips. They can get hot, so just kind of be aware of that when putting baby in the car.
So that's all very important information. Of course, I know we just gave you a lot of stuff to remember. There are permanent checking stations all around the city and the county. Right here at headquarters at Wilmington Fire Department, Station 9, New Hanover County Fire Rescue, all of their stations are permanent checking stations as well, Bill and Bob.
And one of the best pieces of advice there was the manual that came with it. I remember we had a Graco car seat, and I remember having that manual, and we just kept it in the glove box.